Well, we've made it. We're here at Resin. This is episode 3, Resin. Finding models, making them, and preparing them for print. Resin printing is capable of incredible detail. Model preparation matters a lot more than with FDM. Where to find resin-ready models. What file formats you'll see. How to make or modify your own models. And most importantly, how to prepare your models for resin printing in your slicer. To print anything in resin, you'll need just a few basics. A 3D model, downloaded or created, a resin slicer, the software that handles supports, hollowing, and exposure, a way to send the file to your printer, USB or Wi-Fi, that's it. There are many sites offering great models for resin printing. Some popular ones include Cults 3D, MyMiniFactory, Printables, and others. Let's look at Cults. We're going to look for figurines, or some figures. And here we can find a bunch of great stuff. Let's do this welder. So you come here, check out the model. It has no more pictures, but this looks like a really good detailed model for resin. And you press download. Let's take a look at MyMiniFactory. So there's a lot of really cool models, both paid and free. Some dungeon stuff. Let's look for a nice, simple and free model. There we go. We found this tea light candle holder. Again, all you do is look through the pictures. Look through the pictures, see if it's something you like. Very simple, no supports needed. Also check out the 3D models. Really nice. And again, you'd be coming over here and click down. A big advantage with resin printing is that many creators provide pre-supported files. These are specifically designed for resin printers that can save you a lot of time. If you're a beginner, pre-supported models are your friend. Trust me. Let's take a look at Printables. I like this. This is good. Like every other site, you just click download and get your model and print it. You add it to your slicer. Most resin slicers accept STL. It's the most common. OBJ sometimes includes multiple parts or detailed data. If your slicer opens it, you're good. If you want to create your own models, there are great tools for every skill level. For a beginner-friendly option, the simplest is Tinkercad. It's easy, free. It's a web-based option, meaning you no need to install an app to your computer. It's intuitive and great for getting started. For more advanced design of engineering and functional parts, tools like Fusion 360 are excellent for parametric and functional design. Don't get scared. Parametric simply means that there's a history tree that allows you to go back any step and alter it, having the model update on the fly. These are ideal for parts that need exact dimensions. For organic model and figurines, if you're more interested in figures or organic shapes, tools like Mesh Mixer or Blender are better suited. Resin printers print upside down with the part slowly building from the base up to the top and coming out of the resin one layer at a time. Your slicer shows this upside down. See that? Isn't that cool? I think so. This is a slicer. I'm using Chitubox, but all slicers are very similar. You can import a model by just dragging it in, like this. You get here, or werewolf, just drag and drop. You'll first need to check if you have the right printer selected, here. And if you want to add your printer, you can do that here. Let's also check that you have the right resin, and let's use the default settings to get started. You check that here, and the plus sign here. Now if you click on the model, you can scale and tilt your model. Tilting is important to reduce cross sections parallel to the build plate, which cause strong suction forces and cause failure. When working with resin printing, one of the biggest hidden challenges comes from the large cross sections. At first glance, they may not seem like a problem, but in reality, they create strong suction force inside the vat, and that force is not your friend. Imagine slicing a model with a wide, solid base, like shown here, especially with the bases that aren't hollowed out. Each layer forms a large, flat surface against the FEP film. What you're seeing on the build plate represents a massive section of the model pressing against the vat. As the printer begins the peel process, a full section area creates significant suction. The result? Increased stress on the print and much higher chance of failure. But there's a simple way to work around this. By tilting your model on the build plate, you dramatically reduce that suction force. Instead of printing a large flat cross section all at once, the printer now works through smaller, gradual layers. With the model angled and properly supported, each slice becomes a sliver rather than a large block. That difference is critical. Those smaller cross sections peel away more easily, placing less stress on the print and the machine. What was once a risky, failure-prone setup becomes more stable and reliable. This is how you can tilt it using the gizmos, and you can scale it using. This is a bit small, so we're going to use we'll scale it to 250. Yeah, that's more like it. If your model is thick, you'll probably want to hollow the model. This saves on resin and gives you a lighter print. To do this, there is a simple function here in Prepare. And you just click here on hollow. Over here, you can choose 3 millimeters, 2 millimeters, whatever you think the wall thickness should be. I want this at 150. And let's apply it. Now that it's hollow, we'll need to add drain holes. These are important since the model is printing upside down, and a hollow model behaves as a cup upside down with the lip under the surface and generates a lot of suction force as it's lifting out of the liquid. Suction force is our enemy in resin printing, so by adding vent holes at the highest point of the print or the lowest point in the slicer, we relieve the pressure. Let me add at least 2 or 3 at the lowest points. Okay, so let's go here and click here. And these are just fine the way they are. Leave it all that. And there you go. And we'll apply. See? Holes are there. Let's go here and go to this environment. If you have overhangs like these, as they are printed layer by layer, any free-floating part will not come off the lift of the build plate and will also cause a failure, like these. You see how this is coming up? This is going to be, it's basically printing in air. Remember that the print prints from the bottom up. So if there's nothing touching if there's no support on the build plate, this will actually not print at all. You can download pre-supported models, or just to get started, use automated supports, which usually does a pretty good job. Let's do that right now. We're just going to go with the default and apply it. Now, if you take a look here as we scroll down the slicer, you can see right here, this is an island. And if without supports, this would just not print. It would fail. And many more. Look, another island right here as we go down. And now we can slice the model. Let's leave our settings at default. We'll go here to export and slice. And we'll go here and slice the model. And as you can see, it has sliced the model. Layer by layer, it gives you a 2D graphic, which will transfer to the screen, which can cure every layer of resin as it builds. Now we are ready to export our model. Make sure to choose the right format for your printer. Save it to your desktop. Put this on a thumb drive and make sure you leave it at the top level of the drive. Then put the drive into the machine and select your model you just put on the thumb drive and hit print. And that's it. It will begin printing. In the next episodes, we'll cover resin print failures and how to fix them, support removal and cleanup techniques, sanding, painting, and finishing resin prints. Resin printing takes a bit more preparation, but the results are worth it. Once you understand orientation, supports, and hollowing, success rates go way up. Thanks for watching. If this has helped, consider subscribing so you don't miss the next video. And keep the questions coming. We're building this series around what you want to learn.